everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as I mentioned in my previous video, the introduction video, that the next video is going to be about starting as a content writer. So here I am. In this video, I'm going to tell you 6 simple steps that you have to do if you want to start your career as a content writer. So just a quick background that I started my journey as a freelance writer in 2020 May, and it's been 3 years. It has been a great journey. I've had a lot of ups and downs like every other creator or every other writer does. So with all that experience, all my lessons, mistakes, knowledge combined, everything together, I am going to tell you 6 simple steps that you will have to take. So let's get into the video. I have my pointers ready, and get a pen and paper with you, because these 6 steps are going to set up a strong foundation for you if you want to start as a content writer in 2023. So the very first step is to research about the business side of writing. So what do I mean by that? Well, when we say you want to be a content writer, the normal perspective or the normal aspect that people usually perceive is you just write. Okay, that's the normal thing. But becoming a content writer or becoming a digital service provider in the present times, honestly, it has never been a better time to be one. But doing that today, it has a lot of different layers. When I say layers, there are different types of writing that you can provide. There are different industries in which you can provide these services. There are so many businesses, markets that have been introduced, especially post-pandemic. So you have a lot of options on your hand. So while you cannot really select one particular topic in the very initial days, it is very important to research about it so that you get a hang of it. I'm gonna mention some of the resources that will help you do all of that in the description below. So after you're done with the video, do not forget to check them out. So the very first thing you do is research. Now, what is your research? How should you do it? What I did back then was I chose one particular blog or a YouTube channel, whoever feels the right person to you. Okay, stick to their resources. There are so many, like I said, marketers and content writers sharing their journey on Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So just choose one person and stick to their knowledge, stick to their lessons. Why? Because obviously there's no shortage of knowledge today, but waving around all these different platforms, it can lead to confusion. So your best bet is to stick to one particular resource and start researching. Now, what you're going to research about? Number 1, decide what type of writing you will provide as a service. Normally people start with articles, because that is the most basic type of writing services that you can offer. But some other would be email marketing and website copywriting and grant writing, reward writing. There are a lot of these things. Okay, I actually made a post which shared 37 types of writings in which you can offer your services. Again, I'll mention it in the description I mean. So your first one is research about the business side of writing. What could be the extent of having a career in this field? Okay, second point I mean, decide your writing niche as you grow. Now, this is not something that you have to do immediately. This is not something that you do before you start writing. This is something that you do when you have started, and this is something that you learn and grow learning about. Okay, your niche is the industry that you choose to write in. For example, again, if you have seen me from my LinkedIn or my Instagram, you know that I write in the wellness industry. So similarly, you have to choose your niche. And now, some of the most profitable niche in the present times are finance, edtech, working with startups, working with founders, CEOs, building their personal brands. These are all different niches in which you can offer your writing services. Again, I have a guide for you if you want to understand how you can choose your writing niche. I'll mention it in the description. You can have access to it for free. Now, third point, probably the most underrated most underrated pillar of building a content writing career, but it is to start reading. Now, why is it important? Well, in the background you can see I am a reader myself, but I was not this person when I started back in 2020. In fact, I used to think that reading is boring. But then I came across this book by Stephen King. It's called On Writing, the Memoir of a Craft. Like the best book if you want to understand writing, if you want to understand sentence formation, if you want to improve your grammar, if you want to improve your vocabulary. Really great book. It will tell you so many different aspects of writing, but there was one quote from that book that has stuck around and that made me the reader that I am today. So it says that if you want to be a writer, you have to be a reader. There are many benefits and so many aspects of how reading and writing are related, but at ground level, the foundation of a writer is by reading different books. Why? It impacts your creativity, it impacts your perception, it impacts how you write, it impacts what you write about, and most importantly, it opens a lot of ways that you never thought about. Okay, it broadens your mindset. So if you want to be a writer, you have to be a reader. Fourth point, quite underrated, but again super important, and you might feel that it's like cliche because probably everyone says it, but it's the truth. Fourth point, write every day. Now, why? What's the point? Well, you want to be a writer, right? So you have to write every day. How it impacts you is, like I said, reading broadens your mindset, but writing them broadens your perception towards life. It helps you to know yourself, and above all, it improves your writing skills. So I'm not going to tell you that, oh, you'll be a writer if you do this, if you do that. There are 1,000 ways on the internet in which you can do it, but the main foundation still remains the good old habit of being a writer every day. Today, I've been doing this for 3 years, and I'll tell you, there hasn't been a day when I have not written. Whether it's for my LinkedIn posts, whether it's for my Instagram captions, whether it's for my own blog, whether it's for my client work, I have practically written every single day. Whether that's 2 lines or 2,000 lines, I have written every single day for the past 3 years in my life. So that is what you have to do as well. Write every single day. Build a habit of writing. Now, you can do that by choosing one social media platform and writing every day on it. And if you're doing this, then LinkedIn is what I would suggest you to do. Now, the next point is start networking. So when you have, like I said in the previous point, start, have your profile on LinkedIn. So when you have, build your LinkedIn profile and you have started writing on it, start networking. Now, what networking means as a content writer is you have to start sending connection requests to people you want to work with. Now, this could include CEOs, founders, content marketers, content directors, and people who are in the power, okay? People who are the decision makers of their companies, so that you can reach out to them directly, and you can start building a genuine connection with them. Also, networking doesn't mean being salesy and being upfront and telling them, oh, this is what I have to offer and this is how can I help you. No. Be genuine when you are building these connections with people. Be human above all, okay? Don't be a robot when you talk to them. So the fifth point is start networking. Now, the sixth point and the last point is start self-promotion. Now, I'll tell you one thing. Okay, since this is the last one, I'm just going to keep it away. So I'll tell you one thing, that when we talk about self-promotion, the thing is, you are a beginner. Nobody cares about you. I'm going to be honest. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about who you are, what you do, why should they hire you. Nobody cares about all of these things. The only thing they care about is how will your involvement in their business benefit them? Will it save them time? Will it save them money? Will it make them more money? So when you start writing on LinkedIn, when you start building your profile, when you start networking, talk about all of these things. Okay, mention how your services can create an impact on their business. Do all of these things, and I'm going to sure you'll have a great beginning as a content writer. I'm not saying you will close those big clients in the very initial days. For disclaimer, I got my first client after 6 months, and I'm gonna tell you the story soon, probably in the near future. But yes, this is not something that will happen overnight, but these 6 steps will create the foundation of a very strong writing business for you if this is something that you want to do for yourself. So that was all for this video. Again, I will mention all the relatable resources that will help you with all these 6 steps. I have a lot of them, so I'll mention all of those in the description, and all of those are free. You don't have to pay me anything for that. So go ahead, start learning, start building your writing career, and I'll see you soon in the next video. If you like this video, if you loved what you heard, what you just heard, and if this is something that you have learned for the first time, then do not share to like, comment, share this video with people who might benefit it, and obviously subscribe to the channel. And again, one last thing, if you guys feel that there is anything that you would want me to create a video on, feel free to comment your queries in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.